Right, well, good afternoon. We're fishing today on Billingford Lake in a minute, back in the Cygnet Lake, this time on the carp side of things. As you can see, I've already got 3 rods out there, 3 spots, 3 baited areas. I've been here since about 1 o'clock, had a few technical issues, should we say, which I've hopefully now sorted out. So yeah, we're going to do 48 hours on here. So 3 rods are out, stuff I haven't done for a long time. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Obviously, being the issues I've had, as you can see, I haven't set nothing up. Just got my rods out. I'm about to put the bivvy up, and you can probably look down there. You'll see something a bit different to the normal, and it's something a bit different to what I'd normally have. So I'm going to do a little unboxing review. Just going to do a little look at it. If you want to join me, we'll have a look at it together, because I've never put one of these up before. So I've really seen him do it, so I have a rough idea, but we'll go from that. So what I'll do, I'll place you back there and we'll go from that. Right, well, this could be a bit of a trick, because obviously I'll do it one-handed. So we've got a zip, quite a nice zip actually. And we've got all the contents inside, so we've actually got Bivvy. You can see that still got it tied up. Only took the protective covers up the top, because obviously it's just rubbish I don't need here. That is the vapor shield over there. What else we got? That's the charging kit. I just took them out of the boxes, obviously, because of rubbish. So we'll unzip that. Unzip that. What's that? Oh, some sort of repair kit. Okay, fair enough. Plonk that there. Right, and as you can see, we've got the main bivvy. Now, I have no idea anything about it. The ground sheet. Sorry, I'm not looking over there. Oh, that's this skull cap. Again, took it out of the box just for unboxing reasons. That must be the front, so that must be the front piece there. Okay, right, let's get out and have a look. Right, first we take it out of the bag. Off the front. Legs. That one's through the door. Now what I've seen is you literally supposed to do it like that. If I get it right first. Yeah, it should all just clip into place. And then just as I'm aware, just fan it out. I should get the bag out of the way first. Like so. That's not as easy as I thought. Let's bring that out there. So how does that work? Okay. So that there. So, right, so we found it out. So that must come round. Just put it like that. Right, I'll balls up this. Ooh. Goes around there. That's supposed to go like that. There you go. That's easy. Easier than I thought. That's quite big. Right. Right, that's that bit done. I'll leave it there for the minute. Right. Back to you in a second, just sort myself out. Find the tension strap, and that would be with the pegs, I would imagine. So we've got there we go. There you go, tension strap. Just undo the elastic. So I can just jolt me around. Good. Oh, there you go. It's all up nice and dandy. It also looks alright. Looks like a fair bit of space in the middle, like, considering. If I imagine my bed chair's going to go there, and obviously my tub's going to go down there. Yeah, I think it's going to be right. Hope I picked the right choice. And that wind's playing havoc. Right. So we are fishing anyway. Yeah, so they must go in there then. So you've got to take them off and put them through there. That was a lot easier than I thought. It just literally come up and round. So you've got to take the cap off, obviously, which we can do now. See how easy this is. In fact, what I can do, sorry, what I can do is I can just take these caps off at the minute, get it all ready, then peg it down, get the ground sheet in, and then we'll put everything else on it as well. Right, okay, so that took a bit of time. So that obviously goes through there. I might have to do this with 2 hands. We'll see, without damaging it. It's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. There we go. Obviously that goes in there like that. And obviously same the other side. So that's all good. So I'll just take the other cap off and that'll be half the job done. Okay, so that's 2 of them in. Right, so that can go somewhere. Right, let's get it pegged down. Right, well that's the ground sheet. It does feel quite solid. Very good. Very heavy duty. Sorry, I'll just hold this out and get it all the right way around. Right, I've got to get this at the front. We've got the track thing at the front. We all know that they never fit. That from just before I started it. Right. Don't know if you can see this very well. I've got 2 clips here. Got one there, one on the top, so I'll plug that in there. No, yeah, look, because that'll go around there. And it goes in there. You can assume you can tighten that up as tight as you want. So we will. So I should have done that first. It's dark in it. Right, so we'll just put that nice and so it's all nice and taut. And if we go to the next one, that's quite nice because that ground sheet goes in well, and this automatically comes over. So you haven't got automatically comes over. So you haven't got to mince about doing that. Right, that's pretty much in. I have noticed that these little eyelets here on elasticate, so I'm assuming that you take that out and put that in. So I'll do that. It's really funny doing it one-handed. That's in there. Just make sure that is. And that's with the ground sheet in. Okay. It's the first time I've ever had a bivvy that the ground sheet actually fit the actual inside it. It actually fits perfectly. Excellent. That's what we've got so far then. This is where the things go. 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets. Little hook on the back. Don't know whether you can see that. A little hook there. Got one there, got one there as well. That's where the cap go in. So far it's gone up fairly quick. And it's just me faffing around. The ground sheet fits in perfectly. Bang on. So far it's alright. Just clean up. Next we'll get the skull cap on. Engine plan. We'll put the door up, we'll get that all up, and then we'll do everything else in a minute. So the door is, as you see it, a zipping drop, so zoom the zip in down here. Tighten you there. So the zip goes in as you would normally expect. So that goes down there, and that also goes in there. Making sure they've got the toggles either side of the zip, I guess. And then we obviously zip her up. So it should be straightforward. Zip to zip at the end of the day. Right, there we go. One door on. Pegged them down. Tops are good. Right, then we're going to put the storm pulls in. I had some little bolt things here. These little boots here. So I believe that I've got them undone. And that goes in there, and that screws in there. Something a bit like that. I think once you've got these in, this job done. Right, I've got two of them, so I'll deal with two of them. Right, I believe got Velcro there, just there, so we can put the peg and pulls in. I'm going to try and slide them in, something like that. Just got to be careful of the material, so that might be a really good idea not to do that. And Velcro, something a bit like that, and I assume that's a quick release up there. Now obviously I'm going to screw into there. Oh, that's a, oh I see, that's an all intentional one. Oh cool. So that is all tight, that don't need to be touched again. And just Velcro, well that's what you can do, hang on. Let's get it nice and tight. Some a bit like that. It's not exactly straight, but I'll do that in a minute. The only thing you've got to remember is you don't undo that. Right, you undo this. You twist it around, lock it, and so forth. Right, if you undo that, that comes down, and the little thing stays up. I just found that one out. So there, let's make sure they're all up, and that is pretty solid. Right, let's get the stuff inside it and have a look. Right, my gear is inside it, and it's a lot bigger than I first thought, so, but still fair size. Anyway, let's have a quick look inside. Now, as you can see, we've got the other benchmark bed chair. See, it's the system. That's at the back, and we've still got a fair bit gap at the back there. I'll just quickly show you, because also I've got some other gear in there as well, so that's all working well. All my cookware down there, bag and Boston's down there, and I've still got all that space there. So it's worked out bigger than I thought. So that's all with all my gear in it. So you don't, like myself, don't want to take a lot of gear like you used to take the essentials. Perhaps you might want a smaller one, perhaps you want the RS, not the 100. But I do want a little bit of comfort and style. And that seems to be working quite well. So you can see I've got the vents undone. That one is there, you can't actually see through them very well. See it perfectly fine. Yeah, so at the minute, looking pretty good. Yeah, all good. Better than I thought it was going to be. Right, let's get the cap on, because we've still got the infill to do. And time is now 10 to 5, it's getting near tea time. And I'm quite warm now. That breeze is gone. Anyway, let's have a look at that then. Right, and again it's coming as a fancy little bow. You all know we'll never get that back how that'll come out. That's fact. Unless you're a perfectionist. Right, so they say. Right, so basically, cap on top, 2 little bars, so that's your represents the front. And that goes round that way. So obviously we've got some little pointers there, and obviously they go in there, like that. There's 3 of them, so one there, one there, one there. So that gives you the extra peak. All I've got to do now is just go around the back, put 50, then do 50 and go back and tighten it all up. So I shall do that. So what I'm going to do now is just go around and tighten them all up. Make sure everything's in line. Job's good, straightforward. It's got a lip on the front there. Extra bit of peak. Oh, so that must be another what? Sorry, about there, 6 inches extra. Works for me. Right, so that's the outside done. Everything's ready to go. It's just got to put the cap at the internal vapour shield in, and I think we'll be done then. So this will be an interesting one. So I will do that. Right, so this is the vapour shield. That's the power pack, so that'll go one side. I think the red toggles go through the middle, and that's what they are. Alright, okay. So I might need 2 hands for this. Oh. So that folds out like so. I've got to make sure that reflection is on the upside. So you see that, you don't see that, because that's the heat reflector that keeps the sunlight out and keep it cool in here. So you've got the red ones go there. So that's the first red one. The second one obviously goes to the middle. And then I'll do that one. There. That one goes there. Nope, that one not going there. Right, I'll carry on doing that, and then we'll go from that. Right, that's with the shield in. They say start from the middle because the red one's through the middle, and then work from the side. I did kind of do that, but yeah, just so that's where the battery pack go in. That sits in there. There's an awful lot of weight to go in. That was from there. Right, so that's the battery pack. I do have the remote control here. So this little bag that comes with it, still in this little case. Yep, still in this little case, look. And there's a window below that. So I'm assuming, so that, I don't know if I'd actually have that sitting. The chair's a bit wobbly. You can have that in there. Get back to it. I'm not sure I'm going to leave that in there. I don't like the idea of that being in there like that. You can operate from there. I used to turn it on and off from there anyway. Yeah, I'll think about that one, but yeah, that's the vapour shield. If you want the inner dome that completes it, the one that zips into the ground sheet and blah blah, you've actually got the little capsules down the side here, that little area. So obviously, so I thought that was going to go further down, but then it just covers the roof. And obviously it toggles further down, same other side. Yeah, but apparently once this is in, that's in. Beautiful day. Wind has changed direction. I've got to do is, yeah, so we're now all up and running. So now all I've got to do is we'll just have a quick look around the bivvy. Let's just go and give myself 5 minutes, and then I'll start thinking about stuff in the week because I'm getting hungry, and a cup of coffee. Need a cup of coffee. Right, are you ready for this? Right, it's dark now, so we'll just turn the lights on. Oh, hang on. The question is that light sufficient enough to do any work in here? Yes, it is. And bear in mind, it is on the lower setting. So we crank it up a bit. As you can see, it's anyway. If you were doing some work, yes, I can see the kettle, I can make a cup of coffee, I can look over there and that'd be fine. This one? What's that one there? Oh, that's the green one, that's the blue one. And this is the mosquito one. Or yellow. Oh, there's yellow, that's the yellow one. Yeah, that's more than enough light. So you've got enough light in here and not to be seen out there. So if you ever saw the bank, you'd probably just see the light in here, but you're not blinding them out there. So they're actually quite good. To be fair, you turn it down. Don't know where the remote is. What it connects to. Even that light, even that's enough light to still do what you want to do. So red, that's a low red setting. Obviously white, low setting, you've got more than enough light here. You could sit here and tie rigs up if you wanted to. You could put the cup of coffee on, and you're not blinding. You can still see out there. You're not being blinded. It's actually quite nice. I would probably stick with the green because I do like green anyway. Whack on the full setting. There you go. That's more than enough. That is the right amount of light to make a cup of coffee. You can probably even do rigs in it as well, and I can still see it there quite nicely. I can see around the bivvy quite nicely, and obviously you can see me as well. So even on the low setting, I think red is a bit is hit or miss. That's the blue one. So even that's that does work. That works quite well. I quite like it. It's not. I wouldn't say it's gimmicky. I'm not a gimmicky person. I don't go out and. I can't see that. All right, so we've got. So you've got your white, red, yellow, green, blue, and the mozzie one. That's the mozzie one. Obviously then you've got your up and down, the brightness. Yeah, let's go with the green one, that's a bit better. So I think that's full green. Yeah, and that's the low setting, so it's still enough light. Not to blind anyone else. I don't think you'd be able to see that through here. You won't see it out there, you probably just see someone's got a green light on. I'll see the white one. Yeah, I mean that's hidden. You ain't going to have any issues with that. It's not like a party disco light or anything. Right, so if you ain't got your head torch on, at least you can still see what you want to do. I quite like that. I am impressed with that. My verdict on it, is it a gimmick? No, I'm going to say no, because I think, from my personal opinion, it has a purpose, and that purpose is for you to have a light in here without disrupting out there. And headlight on, if you had a headlight on, you'd be flashing around, that's just there. You can do something over here, and you can see things over there. So yeah, I don't think it's a gimmick. It's going to serve a purpose, and I think, to be fair, I will probably use it quite a bit, especially like if you get up in the morning, wake up and you can't get to sleep, make a cup of coffee. All you got to do is just light it on, make a cup of coffee, or do what you got to do, or quick tie a rig up because your hook blunt or whatever. I think it'll work. I think I'm going to be happy with that. And the vapor shield, it's actually quite taut as well, so that ain't going to be slack. The only thing I don't like is that we'll have a look at it in the morning. I've got to leave it there for the night. I've got to see how much it drags down. I might actually put that somewhere else. There's enough cable for it to be somewhere else. So we'll see. Right, I'm going to be impressed. The red one, that's the red one. I used to like red. It's a very subtle. I mean, I can see it there. I can see that perfectly. But I can still see down there. And that's the lower setting. It's like, hello. But yeah, I think, like I say, even if it's on blue, that's quite bright. That's quite bright. It is in here anyway. I don't want the 200 to be like, oh crikey. But that's a lower setting. Green, same. Where's that? Orange. It's a bit of yellow, right? And that's a yellow, and that's a bit more. So yeah, I like it. I quite like it. It's not a gimmick. It serves a purpose. Yeah, pretty cool. Obviously, without it on, you've got nothing. Yeah, so that's quite straightforward. Control. Oh, you can't see it, can you? Put me in. I might be able to see it. So small little control panel. Everything's on it. It works in. It works all right. It's pretty good. I've got to say, Trakker, well done. Not the biggest Trakker fan in the world, but they seem to come a long way and they seem to improve a lot of their products. So yeah, well done, Trakker. This has a thumbs up for me, a very big thumbs up. This session was, to me, was really about that Bivvy, that's just shelter. To what I think of it, and to be honest with you, it seems to be alright. It seems quite good. It seems to go fairly quick once you get used to it. Everything seems to work inside really nice. The lights working nice at night. I used them after the last time we saw them, and I was just looking about, and there's more light there than you actually need. So even on a low setting, the green light, it seems to be fine. So the good side of it is it goes up quick, it's sturdy, it works, it does exactly what it says on the tin. So yeah, once you get used to it, the setting up would be fairly quick. The only downside, I know that in the vapor shield with the light, I know the power pack has its own little place at the top. I get that. For me, I probably won't use it. I'd take it out, extend the cord and just plonk that somewhere on the floor, just because I think the weight of it, eventually over time it will pull off the torques. I don't know if it will. Obviously it's been tried and tested, so that's just my opinion. The door is what it is. You can't take the solid panel off, which I would prefer. There's no way you can do it. The zip, you put the zip up and down, that goes to a dead end, and then it goes to the top, it comes to another dead end, and there's no way you can take it off. You can't. That's it. Once it's on, you've got to fold. If you want just a clear door, you've got to fold it up. If you want the Mosbish, you've got to fold them both up. That is the downside to it. I think that could be able to take off if you wish. I don't want an infill, the solid. I want the clear. If I don't want the clear, then I can fold up and do it that way. But it is what it is. Space inside it, it's a lot more than I thought it was. I had this image that it wasn't going to be that much, but it's actually quite nice. You've got plenty of headlight, even with the vapor shield in. You've got plenty of head space. Yeah, it's not like it's not like you've got to bang your head on every 5 minutes, because you won't. The door's quite high as well, so you can just go underneath and away you go. So yeah, it's overall, and it's cool, because the 2 extra vents on the side makes a lot of difference. Now the one I had before, only 2 vents at the back, but the door was wider, which is fine. But the 2 vents on the side make a difference, because we've got a bit of a breeze at the minute. The sun is quite warm, and it's cut through there, and that's just keeping everything cool inside. So even that reflective vapour thing on the top, technically supposed to do its job. So overall, am I impressed? Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say yeah, I quite like it. One of the things down, they say it's quite dark inside, but I didn't think it was that dark. Was because it's the smaller one, the bigger one might be darker, I don't know, but I didn't think it was too dark. It is dark, don't get me wrong, but not as much as I was expecting. When they say it's dark inside, you need all the vents undone, it's still dark. I didn't think it was that bad, but perhaps it's just me. Perhaps if I shut the door down, perhaps that'd be a different story. But yeah, it was alright. I had a comfortable night's sleep, and let's put it that way. So at the moment, as it stands, yes, I do like it. Yes, will it be my main and only one shelter? Yes, I'm thinking the word yes. Do I like the camo design? Yeah, I do like the camo design. I was going for the green one, but for what I paid for that, it's just stupid not to give the camo. Got a really good deal as well. So yeah, that will be my main shelter. That's my phone. So yes, I am impressed with it. It's so far so good. It's just the only thing is the door. You should be able to remove that panel door. You should be able to take it off. Now I think they left it off for reasons you don't lose it. So if you ever want to resell it, it's always going to be there. I don't know, but we'll see. Time will tell. You can put the thing down, take the cap off, undo the door, and you can fold it all down. Great. I ain't got to keep putting the inner vapour in every 5 minutes. The only thing I would say is the bits at the top where you connect the storm pearls, the thread, just keep an eye on it, because I don't know why, but that seemed to loosen off. I took it down a while ago, pulled down. Why is that loosened off? And the thing was still threaded onto the thing. Might be a good idea. Perhaps you can leave it on and do it that way. I don't know. Find out when I take it apart. That might be a better idea. Actually, leave that on, undo the screw, and take it down. So yeah, we'll see. We'll have a look a bit later when we're packed down. Well, it'll be tomorrow, eh? So yes, it's doing its job. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. I think if they had the vapor shield inside and the cap as a deal, package deal, like the full system, and kept the price to a reasonable amount of price, I think people would buy more of it, because it's all built into one. And if you didn't want the whole system, then obviously just buy what you want to buy. But yeah, I think it's alright. It seems to be alright at the minute. We'll follow when it rains. I think we're due for some rain, and we'll go from that. So as it stands at the moment, this session is about that, and I've got no fish whatsoever, and I've got a little friend down the bottom there. And we'll go from there. Right. So yeah, so I'm just going to finish this. Watch out there. Midday. And we've got an afternoon tonight and a bit of tomorrow morning before thought it's all over, and we're on again next week, but I think somewhere different next week. Probably got Wallaby. Look here from there. Bye.